Thank you so much for joining me today, Nkem. And I would like you to get your assessment of how this week has been so far in the fixed income and FX space.
Like you said, it's been relatively quiet. However, we got the CIR refund and only maturities came in. So because of that, we saw a bit of bullish sentiment. System liquidity as well has been pretty high. So we've seen bullish sentiment as well today. We've seen people come and buy in the short and medium tenor Treasury bills. So we've seen that happen today. We also saw that there was an OMO auction as well as an MTD auction. The MTD auction closed at 2.1%, 2.2%, and 4.3%. This is basically a marginal drop from the previous auction. The CBN did its first OMO auction in 4 weeks, and we saw that also drop marginally as well. I guess we just emphasize is that the FG and the CBN, they are really serious about keeping yields low. They also maintain their debt servicing to GDP ratio low as well. So that's what really affected the fixed income market this week. Also, given the fact that there's a lockdown, we don't see that much demand. Most people are working from home, so it's really pretty much quiet. In the FX space, basically what we're saying is there is demand pressure. Okay.
Yeah, Kim, I would like to take you back to the OMO auction you mentioned earlier and understand basically what's happening there. We haven't seen an OMO auction in a bit. What was the sentiment like for the OMO auction?
Well, the last OMO auction where they actually sold was 4 weeks ago. So after that, we saw that the coronavirus and pandemic became a bigger deal. Oil prices dipped further, so we saw that there were a lot of SPIs selling out of the market. So because of that, yields on the OMO bills spiked up to 17, 18 levels. So when the CBN did issue an OMO, what we noticed is that most of the market players were bidding around these levels. So for that reason, the CBN didn't sell. So as people got maturity, as liquidity increased, we saw them buying those notes. So it kind of pushed yields down 200 basis points from about 13.5 levels where it was on Monday to around 11 levels. So when we went for the OMO auction, we saw bids around 12, from around 12 levels to 13 levels. So again, it just really shows that the CBN is not willing to increase interest rates and they want to keep rates lower.
But still looking at how the CBN can intervene in the markets, we're seeing FX reserves down about 3 billion in the past 3 months, and seeing that figure keep dwindling so far in the markets. You know, I'd like you to speak to the CBN's firepower to intervene in the markets going forward.
Well, the CBN continues to intervene. We have seen reserves drop a bit, but then we know that there are discussions around oil prices, and if that goes up, it would see an increase in our FX profits, and because of that, that would also help oil prices. So the CBN, they have said that they would stop selling to BDCs. However, once and I think that's just related to the COVID-19 that we're dealing with in Lagos. And once that's settled, we'll probably see them come back into the market and continue to intervene.
All right, now let's talk about that improved liquidity in the market. And I'd also like to understand that some other maturities are coming into next week. Let's get a picture of how next week will look like in the markets.
Okay, so going into next week, what we have only maturities about 230 billion coming in. So we expect that it will be a quiet week because we will still be observing the lockdown. But then with those maturities coming in, we expect that most banks will be buying because they are mostly held by banks. So we see banks also playing in the secondary market, basically buying short bills because instead of losing the money in their accounts, or avoid a CRR better. So next week, we'll probably see a bullish market most of the week in the Treasury bill space.
All right. What about the FX? When looking at FX now, the I&E window activity you're expecting for next week?
The I&E market is really, really quiet. There is demand. People are asking to buy, but then it's really quiet. There's very little supply. We've also seen that in parallel market it's spiked up to 400 levels, and that's amidst demand pressures and fear of further devaluation, and just the fact that there's no supply. Going into next week again, we expect that it will be quiet. The CBN is not doing much there right now, so we just expect that it will be quiet next week. We had Donald Trump actually tweet saying that he wanted Saudi Arabia and Russia to speak on possible production costs. So we think that if that happens, even if they haven't set a particular time for a meeting, if that happens, we will see oil price spike. We saw that happen yesterday when the tweet came out. We saw oil price spike about 25% to 35 levels. If that happens, that would help give us a better position to be able to create more supply in the iron market. The iron market is currently trading at about 387 naira, and it's been going up in little all week. So we expect that we'll probably keep seeing those pressures until the CBN comes back into the market.